So, is it a big celebration in your country?
No, because this weekend
Mm-hmm.
my son is off at his English class, so I pick him up to my hometown to visit my father and my mother.
Oh, okay. I thought it's because of holiday, because you always go to your hometown during holiday.
Mhm.
All right. So, in the Philippines, there is no. I think there is no Children's Day. I remember. So, do you celebrate it, Anna? Do you celebrate Children's Day?
Yes, there are a lot of store celebrate for children can come and play.
Okay, got it. So, are you going to treat your son today? So, you will not work today, Anna, because you're in your hometown.
Yeah, I'm off today.
Wow, congratulations. How about you, Cam? So, Cam, you're already done with your course.
I think I'm pretty good,
Mm.
and
So, did
I hope the children holidays for I can rest and play with my child.
huh? Today is Children's Day. You need to treat your kids
Yeah.
outside. You have to play with them.
Mm.
Okay, guys. So I hope you will have a good time today with your kids. But of course, it should not be only today, but all the times of the day or all the days of the year. It should be Children's Day every day. Okay, so our topic for today is all about computer and internet, right? So I guess computer and internet has evolved through time. So Anna, have you used the old computer before? The color white um, computer, and it's very fat
The big
or thick.
computer.
Yeah, very thick and white
Yeah,
computer.
very quick. Yeah. Um, I think in the first time I used computer is about 20 years ago.
Oh, that's so old already.
Yeah, at that time it is so big and
Mm,
thick.
mm. So if you compare it to the computers that we have right now, can you really say that it is better?
Yeah, now it's uh, thin and can bring it to bring it with me.
Mm, because we have laptops right now,
Yeah, I use
and
the laptop.
this kind of computer, I was able to use this. Yeah, and it's so bulky. How about you, Cam? Have you tried to use the old computer?
Yes, maybe the first time I used computer when I was student, and that's also the first my computer.
Mm. So you mean you have your own computer when you were a student?
Mm, yes.
Wow, rich. I think you're not poor when you were a student, Cam. You are already rich. Okay, so in our case before we don't have many people don't have their own computer, so we usually go to the internet shop. But the computers are like this before. But right now we can buy um, as many computers as we want if you want to. Okay, so let's have our essay for today. So Anna, what did you get from the essay?
Mm, I read that um, nowadays computer and internet are more popular for all of us. We can use it for work for study, for entertain, um, and maybe we rely on it so much, and people wonder that if one day it's become fail, how can we live without it?
Okay. So it's like also it is also like the smartphone. Have I told you before that the smartphone is also like a computer, or everything that we use is called a computer, even the smartphone?
Yeah, computer and
Yes.
smartphone are the same.
Mm. But they have, because it has what we call a central processing unit. So central processing unit. If it has a processing unit, it is a computer. Just the name is different. Okay, how about you, Kam? What's your summary on the essay?
I think computer is the biggest invention of a human, and that is a good tool for to help people with more efficiency. Like you can easy to calculate, transfer music, uh, video, or text. And nowadays, every people always to put every information on their computer. And what happens if the computer can't connect with other people and something happened with their computer? And at that time, that is a big problem for our people, for our problem, for our, I think that.
Okay, so other people even make computer their diary, or
Mm.
they save, yeah, they literally saved everything in the computer. So if something happened to the computer, like the the computer crashes, they cannot study because all the materials are in the computer, or they cannot do any business because every documents are stored in the computer. So so far, what do you think is the greatest concern that you have encountered when it comes to um, problems in computer? Or let me say that, do you think that you are addicted to computer? When you say addicted, it means that you cannot live without it, or you always use it. So can you say that you are addicted to computer?
In my case, I think the computer same with my smartphone when I can live without computer. Every my document I always post on my computer, and sometimes I feel really difficult when my laptop has some problem, or I can take my information for my job. So that's why I want to change my laptop by a PC computer for more stable and for more stronger. So I think people nowadays can live without a computer. That's a part of my life.
Hmm. It's like your twin brother. So how about the idea come of printing the documents? Because you like to print, for example, the materials. So you will go back to the style before that you print documents. How about doing that? Print all your documents so you can have it, not only in your computer.
Yes, I can print on the paper, so I think really hard for I can to keep them or keep all them because there are many documents. for
Mm.
I have two kids, and that's not confidence for me.
Okay, I got it. So how about you, Anna? Do you think you are addicted to computer?
Yeah, I think I'm addicted to computer because every day I have to use it. I have to press the button on and off every day.
Mm. Mm.
um, I use computer for my work a lot because I have to um, report my document. If I live without it, I can I can I think my job and my life uh, become less
Complicated.
complicated.
Mm. All right. So yeah, I think so because um, it's like an extension to our life, or it's like our twin. So some people they want to limit their use of computer or social media. Like for example, in my case, so there's a time that I didn't use Facebook, and I set the time for Facebook like 2 hours. But when Facebook reminds me, I will just press OK, and then I will use it again. Do you know the feature on Facebook that you can limit your time?
No, I don't use. Uh, I don't know about it.
Yeah, there is a feature on Facebook that you can limit your time in
Mm.
using, and Facebook will remind you. Facebook will give you a data of how much hours you have used it every day. You can try it. Go to your smartphone and go to the settings and
Yeah.
see how many hours do you really use Facebook. So
Okay, I will
yeah, or
try it.
social media. But I think even if you are going to set how many hours you're going to use, you will still use it. So Facebook will remind you that you already used it for 2 hours. Mm. But the problem is it will only remind you. I guess it would be good if it will be shut down. So people will really be forced. How about you, Cam? Do you know that feature on Facebook?
Uh, Actually, I don't care about that. Sometimes I really want to stop using all of my apps, and near by time I think I maybe I have some find out some place or I can avoid everything about 1 week,
Mm.
and I think I will try 1 or 2 times a year for I can remind my thing, and I want to more all of my pictures so more clearly.
Mm. Wow. So I think you are already preparing your memories, like your pictures. Just kidding. Okay. So nowadays, guys, there is a very famous like meme on the internet, and the kids in my class always tell me to play it. Do you know the coffin dance? Have you watched that?
No,
Really? Oh my God, kids are more updated to you guys.
yes.
Coffin dance, it's a meme where black people are dancing with a coffin. You know what's a coffin? A coffin on their
No.
shoulder. Mm. A coffin is where you put dead people. And then
Ah, coffee
I
and
always,
maybe really famous on TikTok.
not only on TikTok, also on Facebook and YouTube. I always see
Mm-hmm.
that before, but I don't mind about it and I don't care. But my kids in class always, teacher, please play the coffin dance during break time. Oh my goodness. Yes, and I think, oh no, even kids they are influenced by this kind of thing. Like the coffin dance, if you are going to look at it, like it's graphic, or for me, I won't let a child see that, just in my own opinion. How about in your case, Anna? Does your son um is influenced by social media, or he wants to like see this kind of meme on Facebook or YouTube? Turn on your mic, Anna.
Ah, my son often plays with his friend outside, and he uh, he is affected a lot by some new trends. Yeah, he often come home and replay uh, new trend for me.
Is that a trend on social media, or only from his friends, like just playing together?
uh, both of them, you know.
Mm, okay. So because when we were young, we also have trends in games, but we don't get that from social media. So does your son get the trend from social media, or only from his friends?
Uh, if he's affected from social media, I often update later because I don't know what happened in social media.
Oh, that's the reason why sometimes we need to monitor our kids, because I think I've shared to you guys about a children's game. Of course it's a game for kids, but I think at the middle of the game it will instruct kids to kill themselves. Like the app was very famous before, but it was shut down because the parents discovered that the app is doing this to their kids. So how about your kids, come? Are your kids influenced also by social media memes?
Nowadays, our children uh, not really to follow some app or society. But when I open my TikTok, my son uh, he just to listen the music, and without the seeing direct, they can find out what app I am using. And I think there are many features for it app for the children can realize really fast.
So only the father is updated, but not the kids. I think you're the one who influenced your kids about the TikTok. Kids are really like that, guys. So they can really recognize what you are playing. If you are playing that for how many times already. So you are the influencer of your kids. All right. So let's have the question here in number one. Why do people use computers? It's very obvious, but in the essay, the writer mentioned some things or activities in using computers. So, Anna, why do people use computers?
I think nowadays people use computer a lot because it's more flexible and useful for all of us. And we can use computer for some activity such as calculator or a communication device.
Yes, all in one. So before, have you experienced that you brought a calculator in your class and then the calculator was lost and your parents was very angry? Maybe it's only me. So the calcul I forgot the brand of the calculator. It is also a brand of a watch, and it's a very expensive calculator. So you need to have one in the Philippines. If you are a high school student, you need to have that kind of calculator, and then the calculator is very expensive. So you need to bring that during exam, but then um, you lost it and your parents got angry with you. But right now, with just a computer, you can do many things, such as calculator, calling, storing your documents. Even smartphone nowadays, right, can store a lot of documents. So before, only our laptops or computers can do it. So I think that's right, Anna. How about you, Cam? Do you have any other answers? Why do people use computers?
Um, I think because computer is the first invention to make people more efficiency and is really stronger and confident for using a smartphone. So I think that's why many people using the computer for job and using a smartphone for entertainment.
Mm, okay, for entertainment. But what do you prefer, Cam? Your smartphone or your laptop or PC? You
Uh,
don't have a PC
uh,
right now, just laptop and smartphone, right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes for some teacher job at using text or typing a message, I think I like to use my computer because I have a keyboard for enter many keywords more convenience than a smartphone. And the function of PC also the more stronger. And sometimes I want to save time and easy job. I like to use the smartphone.
Okay. So many people right now really use smartphone rather than computer because smartphones are also big right now. So many things are happening right now. So there are many freelancers, freelancers today because of this technology. Do you know what is freelancers? What are freelancers? Have you encountered that word, Anna?
I know freelancer.
Mm-mm. How about you, Cam? We cannot hear you.
Uh, can you repeat the question?
Have you encountered the word freelancers or freelancer?
Mm, mm, I'm sorry, I have some problem with my Bluetooth.
We can hear you, Cam. So, I think Anna, freelancer is becoming a profession nowadays. But the problem is, um, when someone interview you, what is your work? And you cannot tell I'm a freelancer because they will ask you, in what company are you connected right now? But a freelancer is not connected to any company, right?
Right.
Because they're doing a lot of job. And before, that's my dream job also, to become a freelancer because you can do a lot of things if you're a freelancer, and you can also travel because it is a remote work like online class. How about you, Anna? Do you want to be a freelancer?
Mm, I think although I like uh, freelancer, but
Mm.
I want to become a freelancer.
Okay. Anna, because you've been studying English, do you have any um aside from using it in your business, do you have any plans to become a teacher, English teacher?
Maybe in the future, if
Oh,
I
okay.
have enough knowledge about English, I will
Mm.
open a class, a small class for kids first.
Wow, kids. Oh my God, good luck. Good luck for kids. Yeah, but I think Anna in teaching actually I like kids more than teenagers because kids most of them listen to you and they don't do anything on of course they do like they play but teenagers are um like they don't listen to teachers and they always use their phone and they don't like to do activities so I think kids are better if you really want to have a good and fun experience in teaching. Cam, are you okay now?
Okay, I think I'm fine. Okay.
Okay, that's good. So let's go to the second question. What do people do with computers?
Uh, I think with a computer I can do everything. For example, I
Okay.
can record my video,
Oh, you
sending
record
to
a lot
other
of
people.
video?
Yes, and uh, prepare trending some my picture, text, and many other things.
Mm. So do you love to like use your computer cam for those kind of works like editing your pictures and making some texts and
Yes.
also recording yourself
Mm.
in a computer. So you are not far from being a YouTuber, Cam. You just need to upload it.
Yes, I am. I'm to finding some investment for I can set up a studio for I can try to make become the YouTuber.
Wow. And then you really have a studio. You know, guys, it's really funny because nowadays
Yeah.
when you ask some kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? And some of their answers, I want to be a YouTuber. What? So YouTuber right now becomes a profession. So it's so amazing that the world is really evolving. Before, you cannot hear that from kids. What when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then come you have the desire to be a YouTuber. I hope you can find a good content. Or your content can be fashion. You will become the fashion guru. Okay. So how about you, Anna? What do people do with computers?
So I think people can do a lot of things with computers. For me, if I need a long time with battery or use keyboard a lot, I will choose computer than smartphone.
Yes, I guess so. There are like some things that you cannot do with smartphone as well. Like you cannot send or you cannot store a large file. But right now there are phones that have a very big storage, like 128 GB. So it's so big already. That's amazing. And you can actually like share also in smartphone. The world is really changing right now. So there is a new Samsung smartphone, guys. Have you watched the commercial that for the new Samsung smartphone? And it also costs $1,000, scam. Maybe you will buy it because it's 1,000. And you can fold it. You can fold it like a laptop, Anna. You can
Yeah.
you can you can make it as one, and then you can also fold. So
For smartphone.
yeah, the new Samsung.
Ah.
It's the feature of the new Samsung. Wow, it's really amazing. But I'm not really tempted about it. Yes, I realized that I am happy with my phone right now. So before I always use Samsung. The first time I always use Apple and then Samsung, and then now I change into a Chinese phone. And then
Oh,
yeah, my friends and I we talk because we went out, and then we said, oh, even many people hate China, blah blah blah, but it's if we are going to be honest with ourselves, China has a lot of good products. And I think the world will really be affected if something happened to China. Do you agree with that?
yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think about 85%,
I-
80%, 80% product made from China.
oh. And there is actually a joke that the world is made in China. So that's why it's very difficult if if something bad will happen to China, especially to come because you have a business and you went to China last time, right?
Mm.
So it was it only to find products or also to find partners in your business?
Actually, in China, I have my friends. She will prepare everything for me when I went to China.
So a business partner.
Mm, yes.
Oh, so you have to pray that for China come. Okay, so let's go to number three. Concerning computers, what do people worry about? So Anna, what do you worry about computers?
Mm, People worry about we rely on computer so much. Uh, every activity of ours nowadays depend on computer. So what happen if computer crash, and what can we live without it?
It's crash.
Crash.
Yeah, like our crash. The same pronunciation. Yes. That's really a problem, guys. Oh my God, when my computer was there was something wrong with my computer. Oh my goodness, it was really a problem because I have a lot of things to do with my computer. Many works about computer. And yeah, I you're not moving. That's paralyzed. You will be paralyzed without your computer, or your world will stop. Oh my God, that's really too much. Your world will stop without computer. How about you, Cam? What do you worry about computer?
I think the most I worry about when my computer has some problem is I can't to take out document on my computer.
So we really worry about if our computer's not working.
Mm.
How about do you use external drive? External drive. So in our computer we have internal drive. This is the storage here. Oh, where these 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 are the storage, and But if you want to secure your documents, you can have external drive. It's like a big USB.
Mm.
You can store it so your documents will have a backup. And I think many people have that, and only me don't have that. How about you, Anna? Do you have external?
Yeah, I have one external drive,
Wow. Mm.
but I
And I
rarely
think,
use it.
oh my goodness. Yeah, if you have important documents, maybe you can store in your external. So if there will be a virus in your computer, it won't be a problem. How about you, Cam? Do you use external drive?
Uh, no, actually, I don't have any external drive.
Mm. I think you need one. I advise you to buy because you have a business. But actually, there is one thing that I'm doing right now, guys, because I have a lot of documents, many documents. So I use Google Drive.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me.
I keep all my document on my Google Drive.
Oh, so there's no problem if you cannot buy external drive anymore. It's free. Yes, in Google Drive. It's an amazing app. And I discovered lately that you can do a lot of things in Google Drive. You can have your own classroom. Wow, it's really good. So let's have the question and express yourself. So, in your for personal, what do you use computers for right now? For
My job.
personal use. Just very
Okay.
general.
Yeah, I always use computer for my jobs and for my entertainment.
Mm, entertainment. So, which one do you use more, Anna? Do you use Zalo most of the time or Facebook? Or let's say, what social media do you always use?
Yeah, both Yellow and Facebook I use a lot.
Mm, wow, you're like a teenager. Just kidding. How about Instagram, Anna? Have you tried to use Instagram?
I know it, but I don't create an account
Mm, okay, I got it. Maybe
because
you
I
can
don't want to waste the time for a new
another
application. Yeah.
adding another stuff or another social media platform. Yes, I guess Instagram is better than Facebook if you don't want crowd or if you don't want to see many things on your
Mhm.
feed. You can use Instagram and it's more private. Like it's more peaceful than using Facebook. And in Zalo, I don't know yet because I have few friends in Zalo. Most of the time, my friends are here in Ocean Edo or the mothers of the kids. Okay. So, how about you, Kam? Aside from your job, what do you use computers for?
I think all of my targets when I using my computer just for my job, and when I want to entertainment, I like to spending my smartphone.
Mm. Smartphone is also a computer. Yeah, a smartphone is also a computer tab. Mm. Let's have number two. How long could you live without turning one on? Oh, have you tried it to do this? You didn't use your computer, laptop, smartphone.
Mm, I can live without it just 2 days. 2 days.
Wow, that's amazing. 2 days.
It's
Congratulations,
weekend.
on. Ah, weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's weekend, the more that you will use it because you have more time, right? You have more time on the weekend, Anna. So I think the more that you are going to use it. But
Mm.
in your case, you were able to turn it. You were able to not use it. That's pretty amazing. How about you, Cam? Have you tried?
No, I actually in my past, I never tried to live without smartphone or my computer,
Okay.
and I hope in this year I want to find some place for I can live without smartphone, without computer, and without every my label, every my relationship.
What? what are what are you going to do? You want to be an hermit? You know what's an hermit?
Mm. I I don't want to appear in a 1 week for I can to I need more time for rethinking about my job.
How about meditation, Cam? Have you considered about it? Meditating?
Mm. No, no. Nearby time when I saw many some famous or richer on the world, they always have a 1 or 2 times in a year. They call that is a think week, for they can avoid everything
Think
and
week?
they think week, uh, for they can avoid everything, and that is the most time for they can remind their mind, and they think they can to understand about everything so clearly when they live without everything like a computer, smartphone, without a relationship, and they just to stay in a stranger place, really different environment for they can thinking about everything. So that's why I want to try 1 time in this year.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. We will support you with that endeavor. Okay, but I can actually tell you, Kam, that in Thailand, in Plum Village, the meditation is actually relaxed. Like it's more on relaxing and becoming more aware of your thoughts. And it's not the same in the meditation in Vipassana is very hard.
Mm.
Yeah, very
In my
difficult or
case,
challenging.
I don't think that's either meditation. Because I think when I put myself on the different place, I will have many other things to come with me than when I stay with a similar environment.
Okay, so you really wanted to like totally change the environment. OMG. So it's a big healing process. Okay. So I hope you can do that calm sooner. So when we say fasting, guys, fasting is a term that is used like to avoid yourself from using or doing something. For example, you are going to have fasting with food. So most Muslim, you know what's Muslim, right? Muslims,
Muslim.
Muslim, their religion is Islam. Islam. They usually live in the Middle East. Like the woman covers all their body except for their face. They are going to have fasting. Like they don't eat for I think 3 days. Nothing. No food, fruit, even water. They will not eat, and it's a part of their tradition. And some Vietnamese also do that, but they can drink water. So before we challenge ourselves that we're going to do fasting, but our fasting is of course not food, but fasting of social media and gadget. So we tried um, not to use our gadget for 5 days. Yeah, and it was successful because We don't use computer for our job before. Yeah, so in our job before, we cannot use computer, even dictionary, we cannot use it. So it's easy for us to fast on social media. So I hope that you can try it, fasting for social media or gadget. Anna, try it for 5 days. But I think it's difficult. Okay. So let's have number three. What effect has the internet had on your life? Yeah, I think one of it is we are more dependent on social media. Even myself, I can really say that we are so dependent on it. In everything that we do, we usually depend it on our smartphone. But what else? Can you think of any, Anna?
Yeah, I think nowadays um, the internet has become a part of our life, and internet uh, and computer are couple um, affect a
Couple.
lot.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's a couple affect a lot. Um, I think in every activity of our people, uh, no few doesn't use laptop, doesn't use internet to connecting.
Yes. And even learning at school right now, Anna, many schools use internet and maybe computer like smart TV to really um, integrate technology with learning. And I guess kids will be more interesting because many kids love watching videos right now.
Yeah,
So how about you, Cam? What effect has the internet had on your life aside from TikTok?
Um, yes, I don't know, but I think the internet that's a part of my life, and I can imagine what happened if I live without the internet.
But and you're planning to change your environment for 1 week, right? Is your gadget
Yes,
included?
but uh, that is short time, about 1 week, and
Mm,
for I can to live without everything,
mm.
and that's also in my plan.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah, that's
think
only a plan.
after the period of time work from home because of coronavirus,
Mm,
computer more important than in our life.
mm. I think so. So many people are just meeting each other virtually, like what we're doing. We are in a virtual class, so we don't see each other in person, but we see each other through the windows of our computer. And yeah, that's why the Zoom has many clients, and that is why also someone tried to hack Zoom because I don't know why also in the Philippines Zoom became very famous, and before we don't know Zoom. When I came here in Vietnam, that's the time that I knew Zoom because we just use Skype and it became very famous right now. And do you know in Messenger you can have meeting room?
Yeah,
Do you know that?
yeah.
So you can also do that right now on Messenger. You can also have a class or meet with a large group of people. Wow. So I think Mark Zuckerberg think about it when Zoom became very famous. Okay, so let's have number four. Do you think the internet widens or narrows the gap between rich and poor?
Oh,
Uh,
in my
case,
case,
I think lady first.
Ladies first, always.
in my case, I think the internet widen the gap between rich and poor because
Mm,
with poor people, they don't have any computer to use, and they don't know any application on it.
mm.
They are like falling out of our world.
They're outcasts. Outcasts. Do you know what's the term outcast? Outcast. Outcast it means that you don't belong. From the word out, and cast is uh, a group or a tribe. Yes. So they became outcasts. Mm. Or if you think that you don't belong in a place, you can call yourself an outcast. I believe so. Because of the coronavirus, the Department of Education in the Philippines are planning to have a class online to all the students. But then of course we know that if you're studying in public school, not all students are rich, and many students are even staying or living in far-flung areas such as mountains, which is very remote. And so many parents and many people protest or complain that they should not continue having online class because many students, or there are many poor students who cannot really afford even buying a smartphone. So they cannot also afford having an internet connection. So I think it really widens um, the gap, Anna, between the rich and the poor, because rich people, of course, they can have an easy access to internet and computer, but poor people they cannot have. So when we are going to decide that we are going to study online only, this is for public, okay, not for people like us, for public schools. If we are going to decide that we are just going to study online, what will happen to poor kids? So then the Department of Education in the Philippines did not pursue it. And then they decide to print, just to print materials and give it to the students. Because in the Philippines, they plan to open the class next year. Oh my God, that's so far. Next year. And my uncle is a teacher, and he said he's very sad because he doesn't have salary now because they don't have a class. Oh my God. Yes, because in the Philippines there are many cases still, and that is why they plan to open the class next year. And they plan to have the class online. But there are many kids who cannot really do it, especially in public school. Maybe in private they can. So if that will happen, the more that it will widen the gap between rich and poor people when it comes to knowledge. Our education. How about you, Kam? What do you think about question number 4?
I think the internet is the best power tools to help people reduce the gap between the richer and the poor.
Wow.
Uh, when I saw many farmers, they can easy to know which market they can sell out and what things the markets lead from their product, and then they can easy to plan some product for sell out really fit or suitable with the demand of the market. And in my case, I always believe in the first time when we just have computer, that is also the tool for the richer. But when the smartphone become more popular and especially become more cheaper, I believe everyone always to earn at least one smartphone, and that is the best uh, tool to help people to find out the solution for uh, um, a big market on the world. And the problem is how they can use and how they can to find out the way to connect with the market. And in my case, I I believe the internet and smartphone is the best tool to reduce the gap between rich and poor. Really useful.
Mm. I hope so. But I don't know, Cam, and you said that every person or maybe every family has at least one smartphone, but many people actually, especially the farmers, they still use the basic phone and not the smartphone that we are using right now. So actually, when I meet some farmers and some, yeah, people, and they don't have a smartphone, I'm actually surprised also because yeah, I think there are smartphones that are very cheap right now, but I guess the truth is it is not accessible to all people. But maybe that's your opinion. When it comes maybe when it comes to market, I guess that's right because you can search what's the most suitable or what's fit right now in the market. But I do believe and I really see that there are still a lot of people who cannot have access to smartphone or who cannot have smartphone also. I guess there's like smartphones that's cheaper and it only costs maybe 2 million, right? And you can buy secondhand smartphone for 1 million, but still maybe there are people who cannot buy it. Do you do you agree, Anna, with like maybe one person has or one family has one smartphone nowadays? For example, in mountainous area, yeah, the farmers living there.
Yeah, I think poor people in Cam case uh, are not poor enough.
Okay, yes, it depends on you and how you like I think your environment. Okay, your exposure. Yes, exposure. I think that's the a good description on income's case or income situation. Yeah. So maybe sometimes it's really good to expose ourselves, not to be really negative, but we can actually expose ourselves to communities, many communities around us to better understand the society. So let's have number 5. What bad effects has the computer had in your life? What are the dangers in general? Aside from being addicted to it, because yes, we are really addicted to it because we have to use it in our work. But is there any other bad effect?
In my case, um, the, the bad effect that computer had on our life is it makes people use it a lot. People spend a lot of time for computer than real people. They much prefer texting or chat with other than meet in person and talk together.
Yes, I think that's really right, Anna. Like some people are very close on internet or on social media, but they cannot meet. OMG. But Anna, it's very like common nowadays that even though you're friends and then when you go out, even when you already eat, you still use your smartphone. Are you like that with your group of friends?
Yeah,
Mm,
although
okay.
they meet together, they take a picture together and they upload it on Facebook, and every person has a smartphone to
Mm.
comment on Facebook instead of talk together.
And it takes you a very long time to eat because everyone will take a picture one by one. So when I was in the Philippines, we had a group and there's 12 people in the group, Anna. So imagine if one of you will take a picture one by one, what time are you going to eat? And then of course you need to take a good photo. So what we did, Anna, is that only one person will take a picture and then that person will send it in our group chat and we can use that picture to upload it in our messenger or social media. But I guess I'm very happy right now because I am not like that anymore. So I have some teachers here and I can really observe that when we eat we don't really use our phone. So it's really different. And yeah, I think when I came here in Vietnam, it's like that, Anna. So there's really a lot of things or positive things that happened to me in Vietnam, like not using too much smartphone, especially when you're talking with your friends or going to a restaurant. It's really great. You won't know that the time already passed by. I hope it will happen to you and your friends, Anna. Okay, so how about dangerous, Anna? Do you think in some case using computer have some dangers in your life?
Uh, about the danger, I think we put a lot of personal data on the internet, and if it uh, were hacked by hackers, it's dangerous with our account, especially account in bank.
Bank account. Yes, and actually there is a feature also in Facebook that you need to really um, check because it monitors all your activities and you need to turn it off. Do you know that, Anna? I just discovered it lately and I think it's a kind of dangerous thing. So you have to really turn it off. Your time on Facebook and your activities, it will monitor all your activities or what you did, even not on Facebook, even on
Wow.
other sites.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
even on
know
other
about it.
sites. I forgot what is the name of it, but off Facebook activity. So you have to off that activity on your Facebook so that it will not. Can you see? I think you cannot see. I will send I will send you the screenshot
Yeah.
of what is it and try to go to your Facebook and check it and maybe you can see the list of your activity in there and even though it's not Facebook. So try to turn it off to avoid. Yeah, because maybe we don't know they have your data already. Okay, how about you, Cam? Bad effects.
The I think the bad effect for me when I abusing on smartphone or internet is maybe I can forget some basic skill like calculate when I depend a lot on my smartphone. And the second is I forgot the feeling when I write down on the paper, and
Yes, I
that
guess.
make me become lazy when I want to write out something.
Mhm. Absolutely. Even calculator or calculating small numbers, right? So I don't know, guys. Maybe when you were elementary student, um, it takes in my case it takes me a very long time if I'm in the mathematics class. So maybe I told you I'm the top one in the class, but when it comes to mathematics, I cannot go out early because We don't use calculator. We just use paper, right? Before we use paper to calculate numbers, to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. But now we cannot divide or simply multiply small numbers. So I will test your math skills, Cam. 8 times 5. Just kidding. Yeah, I guess so. Even small numbers, we still use calculator. And I guess it's not good because it makes us lazy. And also writing, right? We prefer to type on smartphone and save it in our notes than to write on an actual paper. That's good. A good point. Yeah, we became lazier than ever. Wow, very lazy. Okay, so how about the danger scam? Do you think of any dangers?
I think the most problem we have to take care on the internet environment is how we can protect our information, our private information, and including bank account and many other uh, private information.
Okay, I got it. So when the social media is asking you for your personal information, do you give it like your birthday, phone number, email address? Like for Facebook, they usually ask you these information. Did you put it there?
Yes.
Whoa. How about you, Anna?
Yeah.
Did you put your basic information on Facebook, like your birthday, your email address, your phone number?
I think the application always requires put these personal data like this for it.
No. For Facebook, it's okay. Either you can use your mobile number or your email. Yeah. And it's up to you if you're going to put your uh, whole birthday, the full birthday. So many people said that we should not put all of these on Facebook because even though we put it on private, still Facebook have our data. And even some of your friends cannot see it. So I guess you have to check your social media application. Okay, so let's have number 6. How can we end computer illiteracy in our society? Or should we end computer illiteracy? Or just let it be? Or it doesn't matter if others don't know how to use computer?
Actually, I don't know about this question clearly.
Computer illiteracy. So literacy, it means the knowledge. So literacy means reading, reading and writing. So computer illiteracy means that you don't know how to use basic operations in computer.
Um, in my country, when in the first time when the computer not popular, our government have some program to equip many computer on every uh, post office in each countryside, and that is a good key for every people, and especially for the farmer to approach with many information on the internet when they can go to office and try using the computer. But that program really failed because the people don't care about that, and it's not convenient for them for they can to easy approaching. The,
You mean the farmers come?
yes,
So they have an access to information. Okay. How about you, Anna?
Uh, in my case, I think we should make computer more popular for poor people. But uh, I don't know how can we do.
Donate computer.
the no, I don't think so. I think we don't need do anything because uh, soon or late uh, there will some companies they want to free for smartphone for every people to using that for the because they want to build up the ecosystem like Vin Group. They have many ecosystem really big, and that's why their price on smartphone really low because they
Mm,
want every people can to approach and using smartphone for approaching with their ecosystem. And I think that is the best way for reduce and for everyone can to use using internet in their life.
I think it's a paradox. So Vin Group companies have their smartphones. They sell smartphones in a cheaper price.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe guys, you know that actually when we use a lot of smartphone, the more that we harm the environment. Because a smartphone has a material that you need to dig. You need to dig like gold. And if you dig a lot of it, you harm the environment, but you also harm the people who are working in that mining. So I forgot what is the name of the material that we use in making smartphone, but they use it especially in iPhones. Yes. So the more people that will buy or and use smartphone, the more that it will harm the environment. So when I see that documentary, I also started not to buy smartphone because it harms the environment and also it exploits the workers who are children in that mining. You know what's mining, right? Mining like you will dig the materials in the soil like gold mining, silver mining. Do you know what's mining? Not
I,
mine. It's mine. It's
I,
mine.
I remember the game called gold mining.
Ah, yes. It's very popular. Actually, mining craft is very popular. Yes, mining is like when you dig materials on land or in soil. So yeah, I wish it will become true come that this group of companies will like do this to like help also the environment or for ecological purposes. I wish it will really happen because it can really help a lot. But you know, Bill and Melinda Gates, guys, Bill and Melinda Gates donated a lot of computers to some countries. And they are trying to end poverty, but it's still the same. Yeah, but we have to be thankful to them. At least they're doing something. All right, let's go to number 7. What would be the result of a sudden crash of all computer systems? And they want us to discuss in detail. We're not IT developers. Who wants to answer? Anna, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I think if it happens, we cannot throw back our money from uh, the bank.
Oh God. Oh, that's very intelligent answer. Yes, and that's very important. So, what do you want us to do, Anna? Do not put our money in the bank. That's so scary. Like, yeah, there's a time during the COVID 19 that the queues or the lines on ATM machine are always very long. Yes, my cousin told me in the Philippines, every time he goes to the ATM machine to withdraw money, the lines it's very long. It doesn't matter what kind of ATM is it. So I think you're right, Anna. If computer will crash, oh, so scary. So we have to know when will it crash, so we can withdraw the money. Okay. How about you, Cam?
Uh, I think at that time, all the people on the world become aggressive. Uh, because I'm aggressive. If I want to tell another people, it's so far from me, and then everything so rush. I think at that time can I don't have any way to connect with them, and that's really bad. So that's why I leave everything aggressive.
Yeah, because people will really find ways on how they can survive. And if people go hungry, I think they will be angry. So that's the result. They will be more aggressive. Yeah. So um, right now we know that we are addicted to computer, guys, and in internet. And I would admit that it's really true. But are you thinking right now? Are you thinking of ways on how to reduce your internet or computer usage? Maybe even a plan aside from Cam who have a plan of going off on everything for 1 week. How do you manage? How would you manage to reduce your use of internet and computers? Any? Like in my case, guys, after work, I do not open my computer anymore. I close it and I because before usually when I come to my room, I directly plug it to the socket. But now I tell myself, okay, when the battery runs low, I will not use the laptop anymore. That's one thing that I'm doing. So how about you, Anna?
In my case, I think we should exit um, our
Exit.
ex- exit
Mm.
the application that we always use it. Maybe with
Then
this
log in again.
action, we can forget our password and
Oh my
can
god. And it will become a
and can
problem
use it
later.
anymore.
OMG, it will become a problem later on. Good luck, good luck. How about you, Cam? We cannot hear you.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe at that time I will enjoy with my normal life without internet, without smartphone.
Mm,
Maybe I will find some identity.
mm. Okay. I guess Cam's right now really wanted to find something because planning to go somewhere like blah blah blah. Like we just support you, Cam, whatever that you do in your life. We are just here to tell you, okay, do that. All right, so let's go to opinion samples, guys. So let's have number one, Anna. Technology is a product of the search for knowledge. one of the primary components of human nature. So, nevertheless, whether used for good or ill, it is impossible for us as a group to turn our backs on technological developments.
I think it mentioned about two sides of the using technology. With group one, they always use it with right way, but in the other, they want to against them and use it in the negative way to um, influence uh, the other.
Okay, but do you believe that whatever is our purpose, whether it's good or bad, we cannot turn our backs on technological development? Or, yeah, let's say we cannot stop technological
Yeah,
development.
yeah, of course we cannot stop using it.
Wow, it's so dangerous. Okay, let's have number two, Cam.
I think people nowadays depend a lot on the internet, especially in the Google. When they have some question, the first thing you think to is find us on the Google.
Mm,
And the problem is Google just summarize everything to relate the information you really want to find. So you have to ability to find the what is exactly information or the fake news. And that's really a problem for many people when they depend a lot on the internet.
mm. Yeah, so the student's best friend is actually Google. And I remember before, there's a joke that students just graduated by the help of copy and paste. Copy and paste. So when they search on Google, they copy and paste. And yeah, that became their answers to their projects, homeworks, and even to the research, which is very important in graduating in university. So they said most students just graduated because of copy and paste from Google. Yeah, but that's the problem also, how to distinguish, right? What is real and what is fake. So we need to know many sources, to know a lot of sources. There are many, many. Let's have number seven, Anna. Anna, we cannot hear you.
Number seven,
Yeah.
let me read it. Uh, it mentioned about nowadays we use computer a lot and maybe we forget some basic skill in real life.
Mm, yes. So as society, we have become overwhelmingly reliant, or yeah, we are too dependent on any kinds of technology. So we forgot everything, like what Cam said, even basic skills like calculating or writing. That's why our penmanship is very bad. Okay. So Cam, how about number eight?
I think number eight talk about what happened if the internet slow. And at that time, I think the world become the oldest like before, and we have faced with many problems. But our government and our society still not have any solution for this problem, and um, I think we have to take care a lot, and I don't know more.
So it says here that if everything will fall apart, we will go back to the basic, like no waiting in line for 10 minutes trying to buy a loaf of bread. So even though you know the right price and have the exact change, but sometimes even though we're so reliant or dependent on computer, still computers have errors, right? So sometimes we also encounter problems on computers, like it doesn't read the right barcode or it doesn't read the right price. So it's just still the same. Even though we think of it as a good device, it also has its own disadvantages, its own setbacks and drawbacks. It's not perfect, even though it is because it is programmed already. So let's have the useful expressions. Let's have number one, the computer is a great invention. There are as many mistakes as ever, but now they're nobody's fault. Nobody but you. Okay, Anna, what's your take on that?
Yeah, because I think in every field we have to use computer to work together, and
Mm.
it is problem happen. We always say that because of computer fault, not mine.
The computer's fault. Okay, yeah, and it is also the internet's fault. Have I told you that the cable internet for Vietnam was cut under the ocean? Mm. But I think I don't know, maybe it's okay now, right? Because there were days before that the internet became slow. Maybe it's because of that. But now I think the internet is okay. So let's have number two come. There is now a female computer on the market. You don't ask it anything, but it tells you anyway.
Sometimes I think this question same with my wife when I don't want to ask her anything, but she tell me everywhere everything she want.
I think these are the sellers trying to
Okay.
convince you about a product,
Mm.
telling you, even though you're not asking, they will, yeah, talk to you about it. So, do you have any questions about computers and internet?
No.
No, we have.
Okay, Anna, I hope that you have a good time spending with your family in your hometown, and
Yeah,
also come have a good time on your
Yeah.
papers.
thank you.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and use your
Thank you.
computers moderately. Bye.
Goodbye.